Wellness Wednesday is a health program on COPUSA Radio. I will be the host. My name is Mrs. Margaret Ofori. I am also a licensed health minister. The goal of this program is to educate, inspire, and encourage healthy eating for a vibrant life. I will be doing practical teachings and demonstration on how to cook healthy food every week. I invite you to tune in to COPUSA Radio on Facebook every Wednesday, 5 to 6 EST time. Additionally, I am the author of the book, When Food Becomes Poison, my own personal journey to weight loss and wellness. If you want to order a copy of the book, see the email down below. Also, if you have any testimonies on how this program has been a blessing to you, send your information or your story to this email down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for special videos on Maggie's Wellness Corner. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and your life will never be the same. God bless you. Wellness Wednesday is a health program on COPUSA Radio. I will be the host. My name is Mrs. Margaret Ofori. I am also a licensed health minister. The goal of this program is to educate, inspire, and encourage healthy eating for a vibrant life. I will be doing practical teachings and demonstration on how to cook healthy food every week. I invite you to tune in to COPUSA Radio on Facebook every Wednesday, 5 to 6 EST time. Additionally, I am the author of the book, When Food Becomes Poison, my own personal journey to weight loss and wellness. If you want to order a copy of the book, see the email down below. Also, if you have any testimonies on how this program has been a blessing to you, send your information or your story to this email down below. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for special videos on Maggie's Wellness Corner. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and your life will never be the same. God bless you. Welcome to our viewers for today. God richly bless you. Our viewers on YouTube and Facebook, we love you. God bless you. It's another Wednesday, a time to listen, a time to learn. We thank you very much. We appreciate you always. And I know today will be another special time with Mrs. Ofori. I want you to relax, invite a friend to be part of this program, and you will learn something great today. The goal of this program has always been to inspire, to educate, and to encourage healthy eating, healthy cooking, lifestyle changes for good health and a vibrant life. Life is very important. Health is the greatest wealth we can acquire on this earth. When you have a great life, when you have good health, you can enjoy life and you can do so many things. You can fulfill purpose in life. You can be a blessing to others, and you can also teach and coach others so that they can also do the right thing, and also to understand the concept of healthy eating. It is something we can all do. Eating healthy is doable. It's easy. It's quick, and it's a joy. So therefore, it's very important. We want to keep announcing this every week. We want to support, we want to encourage. We want to just to remind you so that you will be always mindful of what you eat and what you put in the body. Your health is in your hands, and God has given us great power over everything, including even our lives and our health. If you want your health to be good and vibrant, the power rests in you. It is not in the hands of your doctors. It is not in the hands of your dietitians. It is not in the hands of your instructors at the gym or whatever, but it rests in your hands. You have the power to do what you want to do if only you are willing to pay the price to change your lifestyle, eat well, eat healthy, avoid certain things. You will enjoy it. So today we're going to look at a very interesting topic today, which I know will be a blessing to you all, as well as even myself, who is presenting this message for today. So we want to zoom and then look at what we have for today. Today we want to look at this topic, people who lived longest. Who are these people? Where are they? How did they do it? Can we also do this? It is a question we all have to ask. It is possible. You see, living long on this earth is not just a wishful thinking, but it's something we can all do. If somebody was able to live long past 100 years on this planet Earth, in this generation, then it is possible you and I can also live to be 100 years. If only we'll be willing to do what is right. So, of course, there are people who have lived longest. And of course, there are people who have also lived shortest because of what they did to their lives and to their health. And so the power is in our hands. But I want to encourage you, if somebody was able to live longest, we can also do the same. People who lived longest. We want to find out today, what was the secret? What were they doing that we are not doing today? So we want to look, we want to find out, we want to learn, and we want to apply. It's not enough getting the information and not applying it. But when you get the information and you apply it, it makes you a wise person. So I pray that today we will learn something special. The Bible says once again in Psalm 91, even God who created us says, I will give you long life. He wants us to live long. He doesn't want us to die premature death. So Psalm 91 verse 16 says, with long life, I will satisfy you. That is what the word of God says. Whether you believe it or not, whether you're a Christian or not, it is a principle that has been laid down. And when you follow the principles, you will live longer. Secrets to longevity. You see, there is secret to everything in this world. Even the God who created us. In Deuteronomy 29, verse 29, the Bible says, God is the God of secrets. He has his own secrets, which he has kept away from us. But there are certain things he has revealed to us, and it is for us and our children. So he has revealed to us the secret of long living, long life, healthy lifestyles. That is what God has revealed to us. But God has his own secret. So the people who live to be over 100 years, there are still some who are living now. Through research and reading of books, we have seen so many of them, and still some are still alive. And therefore, we can also do the same thing. So today, we want to look at the history of these people. What were their secrets to this longevity? We can also live long. The average lifespan in US, according to research, is about 78 years. But even with the 78 years, it is even getting shorter and shorter. That is what research says. That man can live to be at 78. But even with us, 78 years, it is getting shorter and shorter. Why? Why can't we live over 100 years? And why is our life span getting shorter and shorter? See, Jane Lewis, a French woman, according to research, is the longest lived person in the recorded history. She lived up to 122 years and 164 days, the longest lived woman. So that means women out there who are listening to me, we can also live to be 120 or even more. If this lady, a French lady, a woman just like you and I, lived, then what did she do? She had a secret. She was doing something special. And we women can also do the same thing and live longer, as well as men also. Long life is possible. It's not only a wishful thinking, but it is doable. Despite spending much on health care in today's world, especially in America, US, Americans are sicker than people in other wealthy countries. Why are Americans getting sicker and sicker every day? Spending a lot of money on health care, but still, health is not getting any better. Why? With illnesses like diabetes, is all over the place. Heart disease, number one killer. Cancer, all types of diseases, hypertension, high blood pressure, and all what have you, is killing the lives of people all over the place, and especially in the US. What is the cause? Apart from these diseases, there are others. So are despair death from drugs. People drinking all kinds of drugs, taking all kinds of drugs, and destroying their precious lives. People over drinking alcohol, suicide, according to research, and even with social isolation. People are just lonely. There is no one out there for them. No one cares about them, especially the elderly. No one looks for them. And poverty and addiction. People have become addicted to bad food, wrong eating, and all kinds of behavior. And therefore, it is just cutting life shorter and shorter and shorter in America. Why should this be? We live in a very advanced society. And why can't we do the right thing to live longer? But today I want to encourage you. There is a secret to living longer. If you want to, there is a secret. And that is what I want us to pay attention to today's program and learn these secrets from other people who have lived longer on Earth, planet Earth here. If they were able, we can also do it. 120 and over is possible. Because even in the Bible, Moses lived to be 120. And so if this our lady woman from France is living up to 122 plus some few days, then it's possible you and I can also do it. If only we'll be able to get rid of all these addictions, all these bad behaviors and other things that is killing us, we'll be fine. The wealthiest 1% now lives on average 10 to 15 years longer than even the poorest 1%, according to research. So this reminds us and tells us that it's not only money that can make you live longer. And it's also not only poverty that can also shorten your life. Both the rich die early, as well as the poor. The poor can also live longer, as well as the rich can also die early. So it's not necessarily about money per se, but it is about your lifestyle, your attitude towards life, your mindset, your behavior, what you do, what you plan, what you think. Things you do can promote your life or decline your life. And therefore, we all want to learn what has been the secret to all these people who lived longer. And why are people also not living longer? So this is what I want to carry across for today's program on Wellness Wednesday. How long should we be living? This is a question I think everybody should be asking themselves. How long should I live on this earth? Living long is possible. I want to encourage you. It is never too late. It doesn't matter what your illnesses are, what your health challenges are. If only you can start doing something right today, you are guaranteed to have a better health and a long life. If you are ready to start changing something, doing the right thing, and looking for ways to live, you can do it. Living long is possible, for that is what our Creator, God, has given us. With long life, He says He will satisfy us. When you go to Psalm 91, verse 16, God says He will satisfy us with long life. But the long life will not just come automatically. You have to work hard. You have to do something about it to enjoy the long life. It's true that living past 100 whilst remaining healthy has much to do with genetics. It's true. The genes in us is true. Somehow it is true. But even with your genetics or genes, it is not guaranteed. You can have the strongest genes, but if you don't take good care of the genes you have, you will destroy yourself. Whereas somebody can also have a very weak genes or poor genes, but if they work hard, they do the right thing, they eat well, they change their lifestyle, they can also live longer. So living up to 100 and over, it's not only due to your genes, but how much you care for yourself, how much you care for your health, how much you care for your life. That will make you live longer on earth. And so getting to 100 is possible. There are many people out there, and there are cultures that regularly see people healthy into their 90s, free of many aging diseases. When you go across the globe, when you go to other countries, still today, you will find a lot of people who live up to 100 and over. And that is what people have researched into and have done a whole lot of work on it. And there is a living proof about all these researches. And I've also been there to see a couple of people who are living up to 100 and over from from living in other countries, especially the Far East. The Far East people have that grace to live longer. We've spoken with them, we've talked with them, we've interviewed them, and their lifestyle is not anything extraordinary, but very simple and easygoing. In 2005, one Dan Butner, a project study, a researcher, he studied some communities and then learned so many things with the help of his doctors, anthropologists, epidemiologists, has discovered what they call the 5 blue zones, places in the world where people live the longest. So this was a researcher who took his time for 5 good years. With the help of other medical doctors and other people with him, he was able to do all this research, moving from continent to continent, learning what was the secret of people living longer. And I think what he found which was very common among all the communities where he visited from different countries all across, and they had things in common. It wasn't anything magic, but they had things they were doing basically in common, which promoted their lives. And some of these countries, that I'll be mentioning to you are the people, Okinawas. They live in Japan, where I have been for about 6 years, and I know what he's talking about. These Okinawas will be going into depth next week and then the week after to understand what they did and how they lived their lives. They are the people, some of the people, they are found in Japan. And then also the second group of people, they are found in Italy. They are the Sardinians. Yeah, they are found in Italy. And then we have people also in Costa Rica. We have people also in Greece. And then we have people even in America, California. There is a town in California, Loma Linda, where people lived over 100 years. So these are the 5 places that this researcher, Dan Buckner, took his time to research and to find out the secret to their longevity. And so next we will be going into depth about these people. And he has written a book which says the 9 lessons for living longer from the people who lived longest. It has become one of the best-selling books in America. The 9 lessons you and I can learn from, you and I can be part of, you and I can apply to our lives, our communities, to our families, where we can also live longer. So that is somebody's project. And even when I wrote a book about when food becomes poison, my own personal journey to weight loss, I've written, why people live longer. And that was one of the research I did in this book, which talks about why people live longest. And it's so amazing to learn and to know from these people what they did and how we can also apply them. They are human beings just like you and I. So we want to look at the Blue Zone Communities Project, the project that this researcher did. The areas he found where people lived longer, he called them the Blue Zone people. And that's the Blue Zone Community Project. That was the project that he did to find out why these people were living so long, over 100 years and not below. So in 2005, he published a report where he identified this blue zone, the hotspots on the planet whose inhabitants tend to reach ripe old ages. They live on this planet as you and I are living on this planet. And these people are still alive. So we can learn a lot from them, their secrets, why they lived longer. There is so much we can learn. So as time goes on, from the other next week, we'll be going into depth to learn, find out about this. So this is just an introduction to whet your appetite. And so when he found out about this, from this came the Blue Zone Project, which seeks to identify the secret of long life. Their secrets. They had a secret. What is that secret? It is revealed. And the secret is they learned, they applied, they did the right thing, they lived simpler, and they are easygoing people. And we'll be looking at it very soon. So this project about why people live longer, it aims to reshape cultures and environment to change individual behavior. So the goal of this project was to educate people around his community, and especially in America, so that he wants to educate people so that they can also do the right thing, to change their individual behavior so that change sticks. The thing about these longevity principle is that you have to do them for a long term. Yes. Lifestyle changes. It's not a day, it's not 1 year, it's not 2 years, it's not 3 years, but it has to be a lifestyle. It has to be a long term. If you are a vegan, especially if you eat healthy, you can eat healthy for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. But once you stop eating healthy and begin to eat what you are not supposed to eat, your health becomes even worse. That's one thing I have experienced as I journey through healthy eating lifestyle, as I practice eating healthy. Whenever I stop and I begin to eat what I'm not supposed to eat, my body, my health begins to deteriorate, which we have to be very careful. So either you start eating right or you don't do it at all. But there is nothing like I'll do it 1 year, 2 years, and then forget about it. It has to be something you have to do every day. Eat healthy every day. Cook healthy every day. Go exercise every day. Think positively every day. Do the right things every day. And as you do them every day, you will enjoy good health. So if you eat healthy vegan and then you change to eat burgers and fries for the rest of your lives, that vegan diet won't go much for you. No, 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 no. It will not go much for you. Because whatever you give to the body, the body becomes accustomed to what you feed the body with and gets used to. And so when you try to change it again, it becomes a problem for the body. Therefore, once you start eating healthy, eating right, doing the right thing, keep it up. And I know with God, all things are possible. Sometimes as human beings, we struggle, but the God is there always to help us and give us grace to eat healthy. So the Blue Zone Project again, at first, it was purely a research question. It took about 5 years for me, he said, according to Batner. It took about 5 years to realize that our findings would help Americans and their health. So the goal was to research, find out what to do, and to help Americans, especially. For Americans, do not eat very well. Most people do not eat very well. Despite the health care, people are still dying prematurely and dying from all kinds of diseases and all kinds of addictions. And so he wanted to help his community. So we also have to help people around us to eat healthy so that we can all enjoy good health together. Now, he and his team are using what they have learned about healthy longevity to transform communities in their country. So he's doing a whole lot of projects to transform the lifestyles of people in the community. None of the people in the blue zone try to live longer than anyone else on earth. You see, according to the research, the people who live in the blue zones, where people live longer, it's not something they force themselves to do, but it has become their lifestyle. Say they know they have to do the right thing. And so they are not forced, they are not taught. They know they have to. And so it has become part of their life. And so it is also our responsibility to learn, apply, and let healthy eating also become part of our life. Butner says it's the way they live natural lives, natural living. I think that's a very great point. Living naturally is very important. How do we live naturally? They live naturally by eating natural food. They enjoy fresh air, fresh sunshine. They are not always indoors, they are outdoors, and they work very hard. They drink clean water. They drink water instead of soda and juices and other things, sugary things. They drink more water. And the consumption of alcohol is not part of their living. Either they do that occasionally or they don't do it. They want natural things. Alcohol is not natural. So they don't depend on alcohol and other drugs and other things. They rather prefer to live natural life by doing natural things. They love nature. And so most of the time they are always gardening, planting to enjoy nature. They like to fish, live around the waters just to see, enjoy nature and fish and get fresh food, fresh fish to eat. So that has kept them going. And that is what this researcher wants to encourage everybody. So why don't we shape people's environment so that health is basically mindless? This is the responsibility of everybody. We have to encourage our family members. We have to encourage our spouses. We have to encourage our children to eat healthy, because the children of today are not healthy at all. There's too much obesity in America. Young people are obese. Women are obese. Men are obese. Just because of the food we eat. And so much drugs. A child as little as 6 years old is given drugs because the child is not paying attention in class. The child is not doing well. They have to take the child to the doctor. They have to medicate the child. And it's not even helping the children. It's even making their situation worse and worse. Why don't we change the diet of our children? Children in America eat too much junk food. They're taking too much sugary food. And the sugar makes them very hyper. And because of that, they are not able to pay attention. If parents will be able to change the diets of their children, give them water to drink instead of soda, cookies and candies, give them natural things, nature candy, give them what is good, I think it will resolve most of the problems our children are going through in school. Some have attention problem. They cannot focus. Their minds are fogged. It's not because of anything, but I believe and I know it's the food we give them. Children like to eat very late in the night. People want to stay late in the night, eating all night and sleeping less. So this is having much impact on our children of today. Let parents rise up. Let mothers rise up. Let us begin to educate ourselves on healthy eating and then also educate our children. Let's get our children moving. Put them into games at school, outside the school curriculum. Encourage them, take them to the park, walk with them, play with them. And as we do all these things with them, it will also motivate the children so that when they grow, they'll also continue and live longer. Today, I want you to get inspired. I want you to rise up. If you're not doing the right thing for yourself, for your children, I want you to rise up. So here are the 5 principles communities can adapt to create a culture of longevity and justice, according to research. It can be a community base or it can be an individual base. So number one, principle of living long. From what the researcher Dan Butner has written about in his book, and from personal experience, it comes with number one. It's mostly plants. All these people who lived long past 100, when you do research, when you interview them, they eat mostly plants, plant-based diet. Their food was raw, was fresh. Their food was more organic than today. Their food was not frozen. And so it gives them a natural strength. And these plant food and fresh food is able to destroy a lot of diseases in the body. So why don't we rise up? Why don't we also pay attention? Why don't we also eat healthy and eat more plant-based food? And right now, thank God, we have so much to eat when it comes to plant-based. So many plant food around, healthy plant food in the grocery stores. Invest in your health. We do a lot of investment, but what about our health? Let's try to eat right, eat healthy, and eat not late in the night. Let us move naturally. You cannot live to be over 100 without exercising the body. You have to move the body. You have to exercise. You have to walk. You have to jog. You have to run. And so all these things are what these people did to live long, and we can also do it. So moving naturally is very important. Instead of cars, sitting in cars all day, we can choose to walk sometimes. Especially take every advantage. When you go to the grocery, park your car far and walk. When you go to work, try to use the staircase instead of elevators. Walk on the staircase. If your work, you live on a top floor, instead of going on the elevator, why don't you use the staircase? And if your job, you sit down too long, you have to learn how to exercise the body, the feet, the legs, even while sitting. Or you have to break time, you have to walk around and move the body and shake the body a little bit so that you can enjoy good health. And then also we have to learn how to decrease stress. There is so much stress in the country. People are so stressed because of our lifestyles. We overthink, we overdo things, we don't have time to rest. People are doing so many jobs. People don't take vacations. It's important we take vacations and rest. And so we have to learn to decrease stress. Stress is one of the contributors to poor health. And when you are too stressed, it can lead to so many diseases. So let us learn to distress our lives by cutting off so many things. We are so addicted to the phones. People of today, children of today, mothers of today, fathers of today, children of today are so addicted to the phone. Put the phone down. Let us go out and walk. I see people walking with phones, still talking on the phone. 30 minutes when you go out to walk, put the phone somewhere. Or even if you carry the phone for security reasons, put the phone in your pocket and walk and think about nature and things, better things. Too much phone is distracting us and causing too much damage even to ourselves, because when we sit and talk on the phone for long times, there is so much radiation that goes into the body. So let's put away the phone. And even when we are sleeping, let's put the phone away. I know a lot of people who sleep with their phones, which is not healthy. So let's learn to put away the phones. And then also let's cultivate a sense of purpose. Know why God created you. Why are you on earth? Why are you a mother? Why are you a father? Why are you a brother, a sister? What is your purpose on earth? What does the Lord want you to do? So as you think about these things, you want to live a right life so that you can live long to fulfill destinies. We are here for a reason, for a purpose, to help each other and to do the work of God. We don't want to die premature death. No. So let us cultivate that sense of purpose, know why we are living, why God has put us on earth. It is not by mistake that we are living on earth, but it is for God's own reason why He has put us here to do His work. So let us have a sense of purpose, for that is what the people who live long, they have a sense of purpose. They are responsible. They know they have to do things, take care of their family. So they are conscious of what they do, what they eat, so that they can stay longer. And indeed, they are living longer. We also want to belong to a healthy tribe, healthy community. Help people, work with people who eat well, who eat healthy. Don't join people who are gluten, who eat too much. No, you don't want to work with them. If you work with a wise person, you will become wise. If you work with somebody who eats too much, you also turn up eating too much. If you work with somebody who drinks too much, you end up drinking too much. So let us work with the right people who will help us, who will counsel, who will teach us, so that we can also learn from them. And let us also try to think positively. Let us have a positive mindset over all things. And let us also try to live at peace with people. You see, long life is not only about healthy eating, but it's also about peace, being peacemakers ourselves. So the Bible says in Matthew chapter 5, blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. Let's try to live at peace with our spouses, our wives, our husbands, our children, our neighbors, our in-laws. Let's live at peace with our people around us. And as we live at peace, it gives us longevity. All these things are very important. And let us also learn to live simple lives. Let us not overwork ourselves and overdo things. Let us get enough sleep. Let's put away the television. Do away with the television. And then let us get enough sleep. Sleep early. Let us not eat late. Late eating is one of the biggest problems in America. When you eat late, it can destroy the body. So we want to learn from this blue zone. These people who have lived up to 100. Their secrets are as simple as I'm saying them, but you have to work hard to apply these principles and concepts. And by doing, I know you'll be blessed. So I want to thank you very much, our viewers, for today, for listening. Viewers on YouTube and Facebook, God bless you. It's always a pleasure to see you, to have you around. And so even as I'm about to end this program, I know you have learned something today, and it will be a blessing to you. Get inspired. Why people live long on earth. It's a secret. And the secret is they did the right things. They ate well. They exercised. They lived simple lives. They had good communities. They worked with good people. They were not too stressed. And what he found with all these 5 blue zones countries was that what they did was, they were very common things they were all doing. It's not like any magical thing they were doing, but the things they did was very common. I know today you are blessed. I'm also blessed. So thank you very much for watching today, and thank you to want to acknowledge our viewers for today. God bless you so much for coming all the way. Ernestina Taylor, oh, it's been a long time. Good evening, Mama Margaret. It's always refreshing listening and learning from your program. God bless you. God bless you, my sister Ernestina. It's been a long time, but thank God we see you today. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Come again, and you will learn so much. God bless you for coming. Thank you very much. And then we have our viewers from Ghana, our viewers from Japan, our viewers from Canada, viewers on YouTube. Our father is on, Ofori. Our daughter is on. Our son is on, Kwame. Thank you very much all for coming. And I know I'll see you next week. God bless you. God bless you. Today, it's a joy having you. Bye-bye. Till we meet again next week. Have a good weekend and may God bless you.